Everyone, and welcome to IB Methodology, your space for mastering IBDP mathematics. In today's video, I'll be talking about how to solve distribution questions using GDC. It comes in paper 2 under the unit statistics. So if you are struggling with probability distribution, this is the stop for you. Now, we often get questions for two types of distribution. One is binomial distribution, another one is normal distribution. So let's first understand the basic difference between binomial and normal. In binomial distribution questions, you will always see the word find the probability of either exact value or for greater or less value. Whereas in normal distribution question, you will see this word, the function or anything is normally distributed. So whenever you see this word normally distributed, we will use normal distribution, and whenever we are talking about finding out the probability only, then we will be using binomial. Now under binomial, there are two things. One is BCD, another one is BPD. Now let's understand what these BCD and BPD stands for. So if I talk about BCD, so B stands for binomial distribution, and this CD, the CD stands for cumulative distribution. Cumulative distribution. Cumulative means whenever I am saying that I have total number of days as let's say 20, and I am talking about find the probability for certain event when the number of days are greater than 8. So whenever we have greater than 8 or greater than any other number, so when this greater and this less is there, then we will be using BCD. Whereas for BPD, B again stands for binomial distribution, P stands for probability density. So probability density means probability density. Probability density means if I am talking about a particular event, that let's say out of 10, I need to find the probability of occurrence of 6. So whenever we are talking about exact number or a particular event, then we will be using BPD. Similarly, in normal also, we have NCD and we have NPD. This CD is again cumulative distribution, PD is probability density, and this N stands for normal distribution. Now, for normal, if I talk about, I will use NCD for anything like this, whether it is less than or greater than. Whereas binomial, I will use BPD when I have to calculate the probability when for exact x is equals to some number. Let's say here we have 3, and I will use BCD for probability of x less than or equals to 3. In IB exams, you will see the words at most or exactly questions. So for at most, I will use these conditions BCD, and for exact, I will use these conditions BPD. So PD and CD, this is how you can remember. Now let's understand these two with the help of some IB questions. Now in this question, in Happy Land, the weather on any given day is independent of the weather on any other day. On any day in May, the probability of rain is 0.2 and May has 31 days. Now in A part, we have to find the probability that it rains exactly 10 days in May. So for starting the solution, first thing is they are talking about the probability, and they want us to find the probability for exact 10 days. It means we will be using binomial distribution in your GDC. Now for binomial distribution, we will be needing probability that is given to us as 0.2, and this 31 will be your num trial, that is your n. So you can remember, because this num trial word you will be seeing in your GDC, and this 10 which is used in A part, this will be your exact value that is represented by x in your GDC. So these two things you have to remember for your GDC. So now let's see how to solve. So we will go in statistics, distribution. We are talking about binomial, so we'll press binomial. Now we are talking about BPD, so I will press F1. Now x is when it rains on exactly 10 days, so I will put x as 10. Num trials are, there are total 31 days of May given, so I will write 31 here, and the probability is given to me as 0.2. Execute, and then we will press F1 to see the probability. So this will be your answer. It means my probability is 0.042. I am writing it in two significance figure. Now for B part, it says it rains at least 10 days in May. Since it is talking about at least, so we will be using BCD. So for BCD, since at least means my probability of x is greater than equals to 10. We'll go in statistics, binomial, BCD. Now since it says at least 10 days, so my lower will be 10, upper you can keep as 999. Num trials and probability will be the same because we are solving the same question. And then we'll execute, we'll get 0.0745 as the probability. So I can write answer as 0.075. Again, I am writing my answer in two significant figures. Now in C part, it says find the probability that the first day that it rains in May is on 10th day. So we are talking about a particular day. It means from day 1 to 9 there is no rain, and on 10th day it rains. So for no rain, I have probability that it rains as 0.2, so I can use this here. But for the first 9 days it doesn't rain, so I can write 1 minus 0.2 to the power 9, because we are talking about 9 days. So it is 0.8 to the power 9. So now we have to find out the total probability. So total probability will be 0.8 to the power 9 into 0.2, which upon solving in your GDC, you will get your answer as 0.268. So this will be the probability for raining on a particular 10th day. Now let's see another example for normal distribution. Now in B part, estimate the number of bags which will be rejected from a random sample of 100 bags. Now what is important here is that from A part, my probability of x less than 995 was 0.0766. But this was for a particular bag, that is for one bag. Now since we are talking about a sample of 100 bags, it means one bag probability, that is 0.0766, I will multiply it with 100, I will get my probability that will nearly be about 8. Or you can write your answer as 7.66 as well. So this will be my required probability. Now for C part, given that the bag is not rejected, you have to remember that this value is for rejected bag. Find the probability that it has a mass greater than 1005. Now since there is a word given that in the part, it means we will be using conditional probability. So first I have to mention what is my X. It is again mass of a bag of sugar. So what we have to calculate is X is greater than 1005 such that X is greater than equals to 995. So I will be using my conditional probability formula where X is greater than equals to 995 intersection X is greater than 1005 whole divided by X is greater than equals to 995. So in a way I can write this as X is greater than 1005 given that X is greater than equals to 995. Now in the A part we calculated for X less than 995. So for the denominator, if I subtract my A part answer by 1, I'll get my denominator. So let's see how to get this X greater than 1005 using GDC. Now we'll press statistics, we'll go in distributions, normal, NCD. Now it says mass is less than 995, so my upper value will be 995 and lower you can put any lower number, and then the standard deviation given to me is 3.5 and the mean is given to me as 1000. Now we'll execute. So this is the probability 0.0765. Also what you can do is you can draw the graph also, which you can see it over here where your lower value and upper value is given, and here you can see the probability. So I can substitute the value as 0.076637 and it will be 1 minus 0.0765, which is nothing but 0.765637 divided by, you can directly calculate this using your GDC. So we will be getting answer as 0.0829. So this is how we'll get the probability that it has a mass greater than 1005. Now this is a practice question for all of you. In this also we have to find the probability and this normal distribution is given to you. So it means you will be using normal distribution in your GDC. Do comment the answer in the comment box given. Follow IB methodology for more GDC tricks that will save your exam time. See you all in the next video.